virtual mode, and of course we will certainly invite you in the days. I hope this is in the 21st, right, in the 2021. I hope that you can will be personally inviting you to our organization, and we will having an interaction with our students. So with these few words, once again I welcome and hand over the session to Mr. Selvamani for further proceedings. Thank you.
Now after enlightening our knowledge of resource person from the resource person, see Hariharan sir and take over the section. Thank you.
Good morning. So hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm audible to all, right? Great. Okay. So first of all, thank you for this opportunity provided to me, and thank you for your wonderful welcome speech, Dr. Mangleshwaran sir. And thanks for coordinating this, Mr. Dr. Selvamani. And from the day one, a student from your department was communicating to me, Jaypriya. And thank you so much, Jaypriya, for your efforts. And because she only last 2 weeks, she is continuously following with me for this schedule. Anyway, thank you so much. And thank you so much, sir. And Dr. Sir gave a wonderful speech. Seriously, it's a Oka world. What's the world? What's it? There is a lot of uncertainty, volatile market, and a lot of complications. Nobody was expected this will happen. Like we are in the situation last 6 months, 8 months. We all stuck in one place inside the home. Nobody has expected this will happen, and even till March 20th, even myself has never thought we will be in such kind of a situation. But again, we crossed morely around 60-70% of those scenario. Now slowly it's again back to the routine normal. World is changing drastically, and companies' expectations are changing, and colleges, institutions' contributions with the student community, and the expectations from the students, and the organization to institution expectation, institution from organization expectation. It's a drastically moving. See, with my experience, for 10 years before, if somebody is calling for a campus recruitment, means they will call at us and ask, sir, will you come for a campus and will you hire 1 or 2 students from our institution? Now it has been the same institution has been asking, sir, if you come, means how much you will give? Will you come and hire? That is the old standard. Will you come for hiring? Those are the olden periods. Now, initially, so you want some students, means what is the pay? How much you are willing to offer? How much you will pay for whatever role you are looking from us? So now the expectation from the institution also changing. Everybody wanted to create a benchmark for their students, so that the student will willingly take that offer and join in the company, and they will perform like that. Institution also trained to keep a benchmark. So I expect 20,000 salary for my students, 25,000, 30,000, or 50,000, whatever. It depends on the institution. They have their own benchmarks, but in the but what organizations is expect from the industry? Organization is expecting from the campus, or organization is expecting from the students. See, since I was from my graduation, this campus to corporate, it's a unique one. Years on years, but slowly things has been changing. Those days we concentrate only on the soft skills, or interview skills, work attire, dress attire. So how we will perform during the interview. So during 10-15 years before, mostly this was being concentrated in such a way. If you take in terms of engineering students, like engineering students will be trained in terms of cracking the like analytical, logical reasonings in such a way, the things has been formed. But it's year on year, if you take into organization, thought process from the students has been widening. Like expectations from the students has been increasing. You can say it's an increasing. So organization wanted the day one, once we hired a person, a day one or a week or 10 days or 20 days or a month, a student, whoever is a newcomer to the organization, wanted to perform in the organization. But what's so this topic is unique. Actually, it's a topic is unique. This topic is like an evergreen topic. Even if after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, well, you are become a HR manager, or you are become a head of some institutions, or you are become a head of CSR, head of industrial social worker, whatever role you are into. After 15 days, 20 years, also this topic is going to be same. Only the expectations from the students as well as the expectations from the organization will only going to change. So how we meet out the year on year, how we meet out the organization expectation and the student expectation is the major role. So I'll share a small presentation. So one second. Hope this presentation is visible to you all, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
It's visible, right? Oh, great. Okay. My video is also visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So this is the agenda actually today. So I am going to share with you guys what is from a student to fresher to a professional. How the entire today's conversation I'm going to speak with this agenda only. How we experienced in the down to the years of this 12 years and how I experienced, or as a worked in an organization, what we experienced while we deal with the different kind of institutions and the students while they interviewing what kind of the students are expecting and what the organization is expecting. I'm going to share. So this is not your regular classes. Don't think this is a regular classes. So your regular classes always speaks with the unit definitions. Your regular classes will always speak with in terms of your units and definitions. But now today we are not going to speak about any particular definitions or any particular subject. It's a topic and a real-time exposure I am going to share with you, and the expectations from the corporate I am going to share with you, and how you have to equip to reach certain your desired level or your preferred level. So I am going to speak it to you. See, as a student, if you you have only one deliverable in the college. So if it is an interactive session, I could able to ask you from you and I'll get the answers from you. Since it's a only one, I'm going to speak and I'll get it. I'll give you chances after completing my session. Yeah. So in the organization, student have only in a campus, a student have one major deliverables. The major deliverables, you have to study and fulfill the past requirement, whatever it's 40% or 50% or 60%. So your major deliverable in your house to college is attending class. Attending class is to complete your semesters without any arrears. Then the finals with the degree certificate. This is what your major deliverables. But if you come in terms of organization, yeah, so you, for this deliverables, you are visiting your college daily. You are attending your lecture classes. So if you have some other exams, if they are giving that exams you are taking, so you are performing as a student, and you are fulfilling your pass mark to get the. But while it comes to the job or getting an opportunity, the requirements is entirely different. What you study in the organization or a campus, it will give you insights. It will give an insight to you. These are the subjects. So if it were MSW or MBA grad, any grad, relative to your specialization, first year is to be your core. All will study the same. The second year the specializations come. So you study with that particular outline. What is the record for fulfilling the completing the course? But if the organization wanted a person from that particular institution or the particular degree, so organization having a wider expectations. Organizations having a wider expectations. Whereas what the students study in the campus, it is the outline of the organizations, but the day-to-day working in the organization require a different set of skills. This is also important. What you study in your campus, it's also important. But the major, while it comes to the day-to-day workings, only what you study in the campus will only connect little bit to your day-to-day working environment. The entire subjects won't connect. Whatever you studied in your organization, in your campus, a small part will connect with your day-to-day routine working. First, that you have to keep it in your mind. Whatever you studied in the campus, you are not going to implement 100% inside the organization. That is not the required one. So as the organization also have some expectations from the students to get into, while somebody is getting into the job. What kind of expectations the organization will give? Till now, communication plays a very major role in terms of getting through the interview, because the one-to-one discussion while you have with the interviewer and how you perform, how you deliver in terms of your ability and what you did in your entire campus education or from the schooling academics, what you performed, you are going to deliver in front of particular person in a short span of 15 minutes, hardly 20 minutes, and mostly enlarged interview means for a fresher more another 40 to 45 minutes an interview will go. For freshers, more than a postal discussion, it won't go. So hardly a prominent time is unique is 20 to 30 minutes of time. So this 20 to 30 minutes of time, which how you are going to present yourself in front of the interviewer. So your attire is different. Okay, so communication plays a major role till even today, even after 5 years also, 10 years also, it is going to be plays a major role, because till today the campus the organizations, while they're visiting campus or expecting things from the fresher, this is not an entire subject knowledge. We don't require an entire a subject knowledge of yours to deliver in the face-to-face discussion. So how you deliver it and what kind of words you are using, and especially the kind of tone. So previously, it is whatever, if you communicate well, obviously you will be having a confidence, you will get an opportunity, like that it was. But now, see, while you communicating the words, the tone plays a major role. How you are delivering, how you are putting across your views in a polite manner in front of the a set of panel of interviewers. This tone plays a very major role. So example, I am see, you just take an example. I'm giving you an example for this tone. So mostly I think in the all are South Indians here. So I'm calling your Doctor. What is his name? Is Doctor. So I'm calling for a morning breakfast to my home. Dr. Selvamani, I'm calling for a breakfast to my home. So Dr. Selvamani has visited to my home, and I'm offering a idli to him. Idli with hot idli with good hot sambar and like a chutney. So while it comes from the dining itself, the flavor is good, aroma is good. Doctor sir was tempting to have, okay, fine, we'll have a food. Suddenly the food comes to table. I'm telling doctor, eat. If I use the word eat in my tone like this, definitely the temptation of doctor will go down. A good food is in front of him. The way I asked him for, the way I told him to have the food is different. So if I say, oh doctor, see, a good food is there. You please have a taste, or you please eat. Say, the eat is the same word. Eat is the same word I pronounce, but the way which the tone which I use to after the food comes to the doctor, it's a different one. So if I was polite and I was kind enough to share my things to the doctor, he will also happily, okay, fine. He will have a idli in a pleasant way. But in the meantime, if I said eat, then automatically his thought process to have his desire to have the idli will go. So the same way, while you put across your discussion in front of the interviewer, the tone which is plays a very major role in while you are delivering your one-to-one discussions with the interviewer. Another thing is the attitude, the kind of attitude which you are delivering in front of them. So it might be how you sit while it in the face-to-face discussions. So how you sit and how you putting across some answers to some stressful questions. So I give you an example. You are two candidates is walking to an office. One candidate, both of them visited the office in the morning 10 o'clock, and somehow the HR was unable to meet the candidate till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, the HR came and meet the candidates one by one. And one candidate, he was telling, I am extremely sorry. And I was held up with some meeting and I was unable to meet you as we discussed in the over a phone or over a mail for the schedule. So then he's starting his conversation. But the one candidate shows displeasure of how you make me to wait till the morning, from morning till evening, and I never expected this from organizations such as from you. This is the displeasure was started by one candidate, and then the interview is going on. The interview went half an hour. The candidate is really good. He has a required role. He has a required competencies which is be required for that particular role. He has a proper qualification, very good communication. Everything is there. The next candidate, so he walked into the room and the same apology the HR is telling to him. He is replying oh sorry, extremely no problem sir, it's mine. I know he was held up with a lot of works. Anyway, no problem. I will wait. I waited for him in the morning, but I am fine with that. If he is pleasantly conveying the message, and then he is putting across the things to the interviewer, and he is also good in academics. The same if you take both the candidates, he both will come in equally. They both will equally competent, but the attitude of the first candidate is differ from the second candidate. So automatically any interviewer will go with the second candidate because see, in the organization there are a lot of multiple teams would be there. You have to speak to different people. You may be in any function. You may be a sales, you may be in HR, you may be in finance, or you may be in supply chain management, logistics, production, operations, any department. any department, it's an interlinked department. So you're not going to work with independently. You're going to speak to multiple people related to your department. You're going to at least each department will have an interconnect, and they used to have a day-to-day routine connect with 4 to 5 teams in the organization. So if everywhere, if you won't get the same kind of response, even inside your organization, all people are not same. Nobody will give you a proper a reply while you walk into their cabin or while you require something from them. You are doing for that organization requirement only, but each people will give different answers, different kind of reactions. So if your attitude is not matured enough to manage those difference of opinions and reactions from the different people, you are unable to perform the role. Your work will stop. Your work will struck from that place itself. Then you will show your face. He won't respond to you properly. Or if he shows you his face, you shows your face, then totally the work, it will collapse. Your work will stop. You won't. Both of you won't do then the next level elevation will come. His manager has to speak to their manager, so then it will come to both of them. Then why the second level is required? Then the manager can directly do that work, right? So this attitude plays a very major role in terms of before joining the organization, after joining the organization, because organizations each a different kind of organizations have a different people. They will provoke you. Sometimes with the same similar cadre, sometimes with different senior level people. They will provoke you. Once, twice, thrice, four, they will provoke you. But later, slowly, back to back, if we felt, this is what XYZ was, see, he will be like this only. Then, unless and until if we won't understand them and they won't understand us, it is very difficult for anyone to survive in the organization. So, attitude plays a very major role in terms of getting any not only an employability, getting a job or cracking the interview. Your day-to-day operations, your day-to-day lifestyle, also attitude plays a very major role. Third thing is skills. What is the required skill sets which you require to get into that particular role or to get into that organization? Because each organization having a different a kind of set of interview techniques, assessment methodologies, and face-to-face discussions or group discussions. So to fulfill, to crack those parameters and to fulfill their requirement to get into that role, you have to be prepared properly. So you have to continuously you have to improve your skills in terms of your subject, one, and second is your psychometric assessment skills. Take plenty of, say, if you want to go a corporate, you may be an MBA or MSW student. You may be a non-engineering grad. They will, if it is an engineering grad, definitely a logical and reasoning assessments should be there. And if it is a non-engineering grad, then there is a psychometric assessment will be there. So how you perform and how you react in different kind of situations in the day-to-day life. Or in the work environment or personally in the community. So this measures has been checked by the organization according to that scores, according to the output of the assessments only. You are going to evaluate, and then you will be take to the next level of face-to-face discussion. Any professional organizations, you can say as a corporate professional organizations, in the sense you can say as a good corporate or a good Indian company, we can say. So they have all these parameters to before hire you to any role. If you are in a marketing or HR, finance function, or you are in SCM, or you are in community development, you are going to be a counselor, or you are going to be as an like a CSR, anything you need to perform this role, and then only you will go to the next level. If some organizations don't have this, medium scale organizations, yeah, a hospital with a 300 bed in XYZ particular city, they won't have this much of a specialized assessment. They will have a one-to-one discussion, they will analyze you, they will hire you. But if you while you go to a professional organizations like a Tata Trust, not Tata, then Wipro, like
Dear audience, please wait. The resource person will be due on technical issue will be signed very shortly.
Sorry, yaar, extremely sorry. I have some sort of network issues. Suddenly the call got disconnected, so the video has disconnected. Extremely sorry. Second.
Dear audience, sorry for your inconvenience. Resource person will join it. So welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. 1 minute, huh? 1 minute. I'll just share that. Okay. Sir, it's audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will share it. It's not responding. Anyway, I'll share it. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead. Yeah. So we stopped in between the organization and the expectations in between. We stopped. Yeah. Sorry. So like the particular skill sets which has been recorded in terms of assessments or clearing the assessments. You may be a very good communicator, you may be very good in terms of academics, but the particular organization requirement, you have to understand. You have to understand and you have to fulfill the requirement. Then only like you will go to the next level of your interview process. Otherwise, you may be a very good like a communicator, very good in terms of academics, very good attitude, but if you are unable to fulfill that like a organization requirement, so you will be screened in the first level itself. So like this level, slowly the organizations are changing, and a good Indian organization with a very good turnover, and those who investments, and those who have.
Air participations in South India for all the rain here the last 24 hours. So due to meet of internet issue in the resource person will be joined very shortly. Sorry for your inconvenience.
Sorry, extremely sorry, guys. I had a LAN net Wi-Fi network issue, so I connected to a dongle. That's why the delay was. Extremely sorry. Okay, so like after quite some times, like I was interrupted. Encountered this kind of a problem. Actually, this is the first time actually I was encountering. Sorry, please. So thank you so much for your patience once again. We'll start from the beginning, wherever I left. So the organizations has been started assessing people in a different using with a different technology, whatever see how you are responding for the similar question with multiple different ways of the questions. So example, the while you having you was affected by fever. An example, I'm talking, giving an example of a question. You was affected by fever. You are unable to, your head is paining. You are heavily affected by fever. Will you go to college? Or will you attend the class? Or will you go to office? This is one question. So, you will say yes, no, maybe, may not. Like that, multiple answers will be given in that question. The same question will be asked in a different way after you giving 10, 15, 20 questions answers. The 21st question will be asked in a different way. The same question will be asked in a different way. That time they will assess you how you are responding, whether your previous question of 6th or 7th and your question number which one 30th or 31 which you are attending will be matching or not, they will check. Accordingly, the outcome will be assessed in terms of your emotional stability, your assessing skills, ability, communication. So all will be assessed in a parameter. With that score, the interviewer will come in front of you and ask questions. And if you cross the certain parameters, certain level from there, then only automatically you will be going to the next level. So otherwise you will be stopped from the entry level itself. So you please enhance your skill set accordingly, how to take more as a psychometric assessment test and more a basic understanding about it, being if you are a HR or you are into a community development or you are into counseling or you are a psychometric, whatever a specialization, or you wanted to be in a marketing admin anywhere, what are the skills it has been required. Prior to that, we got fully employed into the organization. You have to learn from the day one when you chooses your career, where you chooses your career. For example, so if you wanted to be a HR, you plan for that from the day one once you joined in the institution itself, and once you choose as a once you choose as your specialization from the day one. So this is not your go like within a day. This is not a single day operation. Like this you have to plan ahead so that accordingly you can be ready for the future assignments. So the day one somebody asks you something else, you can perform well, then you can crack the interview, or if you can perform well, you can got an employment easily. So this will be applicable in, for example, the people those who are attending this competitive exams. It may be with the banks or TNPC. So first time while you're giving a test now, if you prepared a short span, you are unable to crack the exam. It's very tough to crack the exam, especially if you take in terms of banks. Even if you are very good in academics, the first time to cracking that exam is very tough because of the kind of questions which they ask. We are not used to prepare during our school days or during our college days. We are not used to prepare or study according to the expectation of the particular competitive examination. Likewise, each company is coming up with a different assessments nowadays. So you have to be trained, and from the day one while you are choosing your while you are choosing your the course. It may be with from if you planned from your undergraduation, that is well and good, because whenever the things which we practice more and more, then automatically the output will be more. Whenever we practice more and more, and the output will be more. So if you plan little ahead from your undergraduation itself, it will be very good for you to compete with other people, those who are in the competition for that particular role. So this is the new change has been coming in the organizations. So previously, somebody who's been hiring through campus with the BE, with IT only, they have this multiple parameter assessment metrics they are using to assess the students. But now it is slowly it has been coming in all the organizations. Those who are looking for a good manpower who can fulfill their organization expectation from the day one itself, right? So third thing is the final one in terms of that is preference. First we talk about communication, attitude, skills, and the preference. So how as a student do you have a preference? The organization, my company used to be a corporate, and they have to offer me a more, and the salaries should be like this, my job location, my roles should be like this. Like how you have a preference, the organization also having the preference. For each role, the organization is also having a preference. So if your preference or the organization preference will match, then automatically, so you could be able to easily gone through the interview, and you could be got placed in that particular role. So you have to understand the company which you are visited your college, or which you are going to attend the interview. What is their preference for that particular role? You have to understand. And either you have to understand through the some of your peers who are working in the your seniors who's working in the company, or some of your known people working in that organization. So explore with those people and understand from them what is the organization will record for that particular role. If you not do this background check, and blankly if you are going directly or walking to the organization, then it will be kind of a 50-50 chances. Sometimes your expectation and the organization expectations may meet, then the preference will be fine. sometimes you may have a different thought preference and they may have a different preference, then your chances of getting through that processes will come down. So try to explore with the known people and understand what is that organization is expecting for that particular role. Accordingly, like you please be prepared and then you go. So while it comes to the campus, mostly you will know they are going to conduct these many like a level of interviews, and that company may expect this because they might be already visited your organization, your campus once or twice, so you can easily plan. But while you walk into the organization directly by yourself, that time you have to plan, okay, these kind of, you have to check these parameters. Otherwise it will be a like it will be difficult for you to like crack those discussions. So sometimes you may be a good like a good skilled guy, but you may not understand the preference that time the organization is expecting from you, so you are unable to deliver with their expectation. So you please plan for what kind of preference you have and the organization you have. Accordingly, like you go and put across your things in front of the interviewer or in the panel. Yeah. So that's what's up. I previously told you, if you don't plan and think your career, the opportunity may lead you to a dark room. How is this? How this is going to, how this will happen? See, while you are in the college, you may have a different aspirations. Some of may get an opportunity to according to their aspirations, but some of they may not. So you have to plan ahead. You have to plan ahead, as I told you in previously. Like from your undergraduation, you have to plan what you want to become after your post graduation or your graduation. From you have to plan. So somebody has not planned, or even a first year, at least now you plan. So what you want to become in 2022, or so who is passing in 2022. You have to plan like what you wanted to become during, like once you comes out of the college, and what kind of preferences you have. So you plan which one will suit for you. That is the major thing you have to think. See, some I may have an aspiration to become a marketing guy, but I have to think like whether I am ready to travel 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers per day in a bike. Or I want to be I wish to be a counselor. Then you have to check whether do you have a patience to sit and listen. Unless and until if you don't have a patience to sit and listen somebody else somebody else problem, you are unable to give a solution to them. So you plan and you which one will suit you. You assess by yourself. Don't ask your assessment to others first. So right, properly, because you are the one who can assess you better than anybody else. But don't ask to your father. Don't ask your mother. Don't ask your teachers. You ask yourself who you are. Whether this will suit for me, whether I can shine in this a role, or whether this will suit for me. Likewise, you narrate a multiple questions and you think which one will suit for you. Accordingly, like you plan for your career. Otherwise, you get some XYZ job, you go and sit in the job, you won't perform well because your interest is not there. You won't perform well, or somebody, sometimes if by accident you got a job with which you don't like, put your whole mind there, make your mindset like this is your cup of tea, this is your a role, you have to perform, you have to lead from there to the next level. Then automatically you can deliver a good you can deliver a good thing in the organization. Then obviously you will get a motivation, you will get a morale, automatically that lead you to a professional career in a fruitful way. Otherwise, your morale will come down. one side you will sign. In the meantime, with your deliverables, slowly organizations will also suffer, because in a campus your deliverables getting marks. In a professional environment, your deliverables is being calculated in a day wise, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually. You will your within a week or 10 days your KRA will be fixed. What is your key responsible area? What you are going to perform? Everything will be fixed, and the paper will be given to you. Then you have to work according to that KRA. So every quarterly, half-yearly, monthly, your reporting boss have a weekly or monthly review, or like professionally you have a with that KRA quarterly, half-yearly reviews should be there. So everything will be measurable. So obviously, if you not performed well, somebody will make you to sit and tell you, hey, so and so, you not did like a good like you are not did a good job here. So then automatically, what do you think? Like every month, somebody is reviewing and saying, "No, yaar, you not did a good job. This is not supposed to be like this." If you took positively, you will improve. But if you don't have interest in doing that role now, then obviously you are unable to perform that well. Again and again, you will get a negative feedbacks. Then your morale will come down. So the deliverables in the organization will be fixed from the day one, from your date of joining in the organization. So you have to plan accordingly and work accordingly. So if you don't like the job, or if you don't have a plan to like go and join in the organization, don't take off those options. This will mutually it will fails you. Right, for a time being, don't get an options. And so for make you understand how this full-time jobs should be there in the organization. My request for all the students before from the campus, before joining in any of the organization, nowadays very few assignments a campus from the campus students are getting, in terms of previously it is very strict. You have to do means you have to do. You have to sit and study means you have to. But now it is quietly, slowly things has been changing. It's a kind of a student-centric things. Campus or slowly it's changing. So you get more. You will get more time actually. And in the your internship or your field visit, which you are going and visiting some organization, it's not enough. It's not enough that 2 month or 3 month, 4 month internship while you are visiting the organization, or your field visits in the during due course of your tenure. It's not enough. I request every student to go and attend took one part-time role, any role it might be. A billing person in the supermarket. Yeah, but a delivery boy, a sales guy, a counter sales guy, a insurance agent, or anything whichever any opportunity which you are getting nearby your college or nearby your hometown, you please do take that opportunity. This this part-time jobs which I was insisting you to take, this is not for earn money. Money, it's a different. So once you earn experience, money will automatically come behind you. So this I am conveying to you to learn the people, learn the professional environment, how different people will react to, how different people will act while you working with the 10, 15 people, what kind of issues you will face professionally as well as personally. So these kind of circumstances which you had an experience before you enter into the full-time role, you will be ready to meet any kind of challenges in your working environment. So please take some part-time roles with a professional or non-professional organization. There is no problem at all. So you have as much possible more number of people you wanted to meet, you have to speak in terms of professionally. Once you went to a part-time role or a full-time role, a job is job. You, even if you work for 4 hours, they treat you as an employee. So what are, so the learning will be more, the learning will be more while you are working as a part-time employee. So then automatically, while it's come to the full-time role, you can do deliver better as a as an employee in the organization. So I always tell people, students from UG or PG, any qualification, before taking any full-time roles, please take a part-time role. So that will understand, for that will make you to understand how companies work. Sometimes you may have a different thought process 2 3 years before. So but while you have started working in a full-time environment, you might be having a different thought. Oh my god, this is, I made a wrong decision. So this is what, how the environment is going to be like this. So you may have a, your preference also may change. So please take a take an upper roles in as a in a part time before you are taking any full time roles. Yeah, one. So I before before going to the next slide, I share one video to you. Before I'm going to the next slide, I'll share a video. You please wait for a minute. Yeah. It's a 2 minutes video. Right? The video is audible. Selva sir.
No, sir.
Hello, Selva sir. The video is audible.
No, sir. Unmute your mic, sir.
Okay, okay. But the video is visible to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Sir, no audio, sir. We can't hear anything, sir.
You can't hear anything?
Not hear anything, sir.
Okay. So there is a scrollings is going on. You please, I request you to read this. But I can able to hear, but I was unable to understand what happened there. So you can just gone through the lines which has been popping up in the video, please.
Yeah, titles were reading, sir.
Sorry.
Sir, audio is not connected from the due to Google Meet in the Google Chrome. So kindly read out on the image in the instruction.
Okay. Sorry.
Sir, you play the video in the mute mode. We are reading it over the words and one by one. After
Okay.
we discuss that.
Okay. Fine.
Hello sir, kindly exit your full screen mode sir. It will not show full screen.
Is this audible, Silva sir?
Yes, sir. Your participation, I will share your video in the through our registered email ID will be free, sir.
Definitely, I will. I will share. I will share the video. One second. So you might the reason for showing this video is two things. This is if you read that first line, so you are responsible for whatever who you are right now or whatever it's happened or happening. So it's you are responsible first of all. So the other people who are in and around you is they may give you only a sort of insights, right, to how you wanted to be and what you wanted to be. But at last, the entire outcome is being fully for the outcome of the results is being responsible for yourself only. And second one is where there is a requirement, where the marketplace, for example, in that video there is last 30 minutes there is Jim was telling my father worked in two organizations, but we always feel in we broke every time. We was not my father was not earned properly. We are in hunger. Like was he was, but at the meantime, but in the same complex and the same building, but other people are enjoying their life. They have a good food like that. He was asking to the mentor. This mentor were explained to him what you said is right, but your father worked in two or three organizations, but he has not shown his value to that particular marketplace where he's supposed to show his values. So you have to identify which is your right choice, which market or which domain you can perform well. So you have to choose there and you have to perform there. Otherwise, whatever you go and work, wherever you go and work, the due credit you won't get. And in the meantime, you won't be paid as per your skill sets. So you have to understand which marketplace my skill sets has been required and where I can sell this in a proper way. That identification you have to plan. So for these two reasons only, actually I have shared that video. So then this is the third one. So luck happened within us when. So whenever people say I do study well and but that guy get an opportunity, but this girl get an opportunity, but we both are, but he won't communicate. Even he won't communicate well. But he got an opportunity, a very good opportunity rather than mine, and we both studied together. Right, but he scored 90%. I scored only 60%. So like these, he is lucky. So this is not like he is lucky or he or she is lucky. You have to think your preparedness and the opportunity which only brings you luck. Or only brings you your final achievement or your target. So unless or until if you're not prepared, your opportunity, even there is an opportunity, you are unable to achieve your achievement. So you have to plan. You have to prepare and practice for your desired goal. You have to. Otherwise, luck it won't help you, or any while we studying, like we used to pray today, if today is a max exam, so whatever question I prepare, like I prepared, or whatever sums which I read, prepared, if that comes in the exams, means it will be good. Like that, if we praise to the God, and if we go and write the exam, means those questions won't come. Those questions won't come. If it comes, that's a probability. It's not because of hard God. Because today you are praying, the questions paper might be prepared a week before or a month before. So you have to prepare. You have to prepare what you prepared. You have to practice, plan, prepare, practice. Then you will succeed. Otherwise, lucks won't definitely help you in terms of. Your to achieve your goal or achievement. And one important thing, so from the campus to corporate, whenever we speak about getting an employability, getting a job, or getting a role in a corporate or company, or any NGOs, or so why can't you think in an alternate perspective, like being an entrepreneur? Being an entrepreneur, and just from even if you started working in the organization, also this entrepreneurship will definitely come to your mind in terms of costing, budgeting, planning, everything you will do. So while you are doing your education itself, why can't you plan to being an entrepreneur? There are two ways to become an entrepreneur. One is to invest money and develop your ideas into the business. Then it will be like delivering it in the market. The another thing is invest only your idea. There are people, those who are ready to pay for your idea. There are people that are ready to invest, pay for your idea. You have to develop a very good idea which has been not existence in the market, and you have to be in a you have to to that knowledge. You have to be in a position to sell somebody else who can ready to invest in that idea. So it may be a private equity ventures, likewise. So you have to plan in such a way. Even if you don't have a money, you create a very good idea. I'll give you an example for this Flipkart. Those who are young entrepreneurs, those who invested their ideas, they are graduates or postgraduates. They don't have a proper money. They have only ideas. They invested they made somebody to invest in their idea, and they grew. So this Flipkart, I'll give you an Indian company example. Flipkart, then Oyo, and Swiggy, like a Paytm. So there are plenty of companies in India we have. So those who invested only in terms of idea, they have put an effort to change that idea into a full-time business. They took investments from others. They created a very big venture. So likewise, if you don't have a money, you create a good idea and try to sell it in the market. So while you are studying, you please not only make yourself to be ready in terms of only with getting a job and cracking the interviews. You please, if you have a very good entrepreneur idea and you want to start your own ventures, for that also you plan from during your education itself. See, apart from all this, so I just wanted to I just came for the narration part. I just wanted to narrate you in terms of this corporate to campus and the market expectations and the global expectations. How this is going to be happen in another 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. So you all know, we are in a pandemic situation of COVID-19, and most of the countries has been shut down their international flights, and we people are shut down in our homes. And if recently there is one document has been submitted by the a couple of panel members in World Economic Forum. So you all know about World Trade Organization, World Economic Forum. They are the parent for organization for the world. Their ideas and their narrations will be delivered by the countries slowly in the due course of time. So if any country, those who won't follow their instructions, were unable to survey or unable to do business with multiple nations, because right now we are in the globalized village, so we have to follow the instructions by WTO, World Economic Forum, then World Bank, you can say United Nations. So we are in a globalized village. So what they said now, they submitted a paper in terms of the Great Reset. The topic name was the Great Reset. See, after COVID-19, there are jobs has been changed drastically, and most of the people has been jobless, and with 17% of the man hours in the entire world. The entire world for this year we lost already, and according to their report, 2050 in the world, 80% of the existing jobs was going to scrap. 80% of the existing job roles. You take in the organization, you take in one small example as one organization, there are 100 employees is there. So if we slowly implemented their reports, so out of that 20 people is only going to be working in the organization, remaining 80% of the workforce we are going to scrap. So they insist the organizations to invest more into technology, artificial intelligence, and they are asking the people to reduce the workforce which has been in the organization to bring more effectiveness in the organization. And they people, and most of the company has been already started investing more in terms of the technology, especially in terms of artificial intelligence. So if you see right now, if we are in 2020, do you imagine 15 years before, 20 years before, a 2-year-old kid will play with the cell phone or with seeing the video of the mobile phone only? Nowadays the 2-year-old kids are eating food. So while I was studying in the year of 2003, a phone is a dream actually. Getting a phone is a dream for a student those period. So 3315, 1100. So it's those period. So now today within a 17 years of span, we are in 2020. I never felt each and everyone will hold a phone in their hand with all their application, booking a ticket to everything. It will comes to in the phone with the high speed of internet. I never felt 17 years before. But now we are realizing everything we are doing with the phone. While till 15 years, 16 years before, for 13 years before, till 13 years before, I used to go and book the ticket in the counter. But now I am doing it in app. So things has been changing drastically. So you don't think you are a skilled guy, you can perform well, you have all the knowledges. See, the environment is changing drastically, even by knowing us or without knowing us. It's changing drastically. So we have to be in a position to adapt those changes in the market and those changes in the organization. So with my assumption, if this 80% in the year of 2050, if the jobs are not scrapped also, at least 50% of the jobs in the whole world, definitely it will scrap. Slowly things will be scrapped. This COVID-19 is the first step for scrapping those kind of implementing those kind of things in the market. So you guys as a freshers or youngsters, you have to keep this in your mind and you have to learn regularly. Even you are 40, you are 35, you are 50, your learning is not going to stop. If you felt your learning is stopped, then automatically you are unable to go into survive it in the market. So you please be ready for the competitive market. Is it going to be a technology driven market? It's a digitalized market, you can say, as a digitalized market. So you please be prepared accordingly to survive and sustain and succeed in this job market or in the a corporate environment. So now I am open for questions. If somebody have questions, I'm ready to answer.
Participation, any clarification and questions, kindly unmute your mic and ask directly to resource person.
Nobody having a question? Anything related to not topic or anything related to the market or organization, anything not with the subject.
So one of the
Any question?
One of the questions found out on the YouTube live. One of the participation asking the question from the what are the different skills need from the MBA students and as well as MSW students, because MSW students most of the focus in practical manner of the field works, everything will be practical sections, and the MBA students we focusing from the mode of the regular theoretical and as well as minimum level of the practical sections. So, the MSW, the finally and the design and the participation, what are the main skills need to the compromising the MBA and MSW students need from the skills?
Okay, see, in terms of organization perspective, still MSW students has been named. They are good in terms of industry. If it is a manufacturing sector, MSW students has been good. Likewise, there is a myth is there. I can say it's a myth. Because the course which the MSW students has been studying for 2 years, like you said, the field work and all, it mostly shows they are very strong in terms of and the syllabus which they study, which shows that they are very strong in terms of the industrial aspects. They are very strong. So mostly they are focused on most of the organization as they are focused to MSW students to hire in the organization. But the skill sets means for MSW students specifically, it's required. The skill set is communication. So how you are concentrating on field works, how you are concentrating on their theories. Even they study about in depth of the industrial acts while they are studying itself. But in terms of MBA guys, they won't study that much depth in the acts and all. But before they during their due course itself, MSW students will study in depth of that. So, but we have to showcase it in the market in terms of MSW students, especially in terms of in HR. I'm not taking in other specializations. I'm talking about only HR. So HR, we have to showcase it in the market, they are at par with the MBA grads in terms of kind of the case studies which they are going, not only with the field visits and the communication. And the MBA, especially for the MBA students in the market, a top communication, first is a soft skill, and wherever you study, you may be from IIM Ahmedabad, you may be from TIS, or you may be from ICFA, ICFA, or any college, any tier 1 or tier 2, or a small college in a local town. We are least bothered. You may have all the skill sets, the attitude, and multilinguistic skills and the analytical skills which has been required. You may know about these analytical skills, the analytical skills, communication, multilinguistic skills is very much vital for the MBA students. Most of the organization in the current scenario is these are the skills, analytical, then communication, and the multilinguistic skills is the vital for the MBA students.
Another question in the chat box. Devasri Narayan asking question. Now the most of interviews happen online. In your perspective, what are the preparations we need to be ready with an online interview, especially when we face network issue?
I do face the same issues in front of you guys. Twice I failed. Sorry, I not failed. My connection has failed. So it's a tricky question, and see, from my example, my personal experience, and as I'm sharing with you, this is other organizations like how they are tackling. It's purely my in my view, it's a purely a personal how an interviewer is taking things only. Because from March we stopped hiring. We haven't hired a single person. From March till October, sorry, September end, we haven't hired. From October we started hiring people, and even during October also, like inter-state travel has been restricted, air travel has been restricted. So we started doing with the Zoom, mostly with the Zoom. Because Zoom gives even a poor connectivity also, like the video clarity and audio will be little good in the Zoom actually. So this kind of issues is quite common with because before we have to plan, the candidate has to plan where he will get a proper connection. He, even if one connection fails, he definitely would have to an alternate connection. One, and the place where he sits, it should be a official environment, and how much maximum he can cover, like he can show with the like interviewer, like you can see at least half of the like whole body, the whatever expressions which you are giving, that has to be visible properly by the interviewer, and don't deviate from here and there. So somebody is walking in front of you, don't look there, and then you don't give a feedback, don't give an answer to the interview. You concentrate with the camera of your system. So this is the first one, and ensure your mobile is you are not keeping nearby your system, because that will distract you. The interviewer might feel for the question you are checking some books, you are referring some books there nearby, or you are looking, you are googling it, something like that. So the interviewer might feel, so you concentrate only on the camera, you focus only on the interviewer face, and if you don't know some answers, don't look there, here in front of one-to-one interview. You can look down, or you can look up, and you can think. But in the camera, while we have a interactive session, don't look here or there. The interviewer might think somebody is showing the answer for the question behind you, or somebody is helping near to you. So focus in the computer monitor.
Another question to asking Dr. Sankaran Kumar. What are the challenges for HR in Industry 4.0 after COVID-19?
We are into 4.0 only now. Fourth industrial revolution only we are into. See, challenges for HR is huge, and now another 6 months, challenges for HR is huge. Especially in the production sector, you won't get a proper manpower. And if you especially in the labor blue collars, you will going to be very tough for you once you resume hiring, because most of the laborers, they shifted their domain. For example, till March, somebody was a welder, or somebody was a carpenter, somebody was a fitter, somebody was a loadman. He started selling vegetables in the market now, or she opened a petty shop, or they went to their hometown and they started doing one small work in their particular hometown itself. So this is what the market scenario. So bringing people back to the work is going to be very tough, and still somebody who is affiliate in the financially sound, they are staying in the home. They haven't come out of the home. Trained manpower, qualified manpower getting, one side a lot of people are losing jobs, and one side we are struggling to get a trained manpower. HR plays a land, workplace health issues, sanitation, and now we have to concentrate more in terms of the psychological and health aspects of the employee. So it will impact in terms of cost, it will impact in terms of fulfilling their our organization need. So multiple parameters. It's a challenging one post COVID for any HR in any industry in India.
Sir, another question. As a recruiter, you need from some most important skills after COVID-19 because due to the before the COVID-19, all the workers are working from direct mode, and after pandemic, we are working from home to work. So we need to increase the technological skills are needed from the every employees. And if you are a recruiter, what are the still expecting from the after COVID-19 to the recruitment in your organization?
See, till March, till March, all the IT companies has been declared from working from home. Till 2022 March, it has been declared, and maybe it may expanded to another 6 months, especially for IT companies. But other organizations, it's not going to be the same. So somebody who's technology oriented, somebody who can perform the role. So if I can sit in my home and I can do my work, means for my role 80% I can perform, but the 20% for fulfilling that 20%, definitely I have to come to the office. So likewise, so those who are the technology oriented people, those who can perform their 100% work from their home, another after March also it is going to be extended for another 6 months. Definitely it is going to be extended. And during this time, I suggest all the people to take more number of not only like this webinars. I ask them to take some paid learning modules from online.
Due to time constraints, the last and final question, and asking what is the role of the human research manager in the current scenario to connect with customer relation management?
But why a human resource? This is a question by the some people, those who are in the. So what is the role of HR audience only? Like a human resource manager with the customer relationship?
What the Dr. Sankaran Kumar is asking, what is the role of the human resource manager in the current scenario to connecting to customer relation management?
So which customer wanted to meet us now? Who is willing to meet us? No. So I just for a fun, actually, I was asking. So the HRM is the bridge, actually. So if you not only with the customer perspective, HR is the bridge for after COVID. So if you see, HR is the bridge for connecting from the employee to employee, employer to employer, and like customer to employee. Like HR is the bridge, actually. So this is not only the role of the HR to connect with only the customer management guys, or you can say as a salespeople, or HR is the front end, even during the COVID time, who has been working 24/7 to ensure some essential things has been not stopping in the organization. All other people are sitting in the home. HR is the one who went to multiple government offices to meet and ensure getting passes, and so that the people can move it in the ground level to work. So HR is the bridge between the multiple parameters, not only with the customer or a customer management, or with the, any one specific. This last 6 months, every HR in each and organization has played a tough, hard task to get passes for their entire employees. Ensure they because of their hard work during the lockdown only, the plants are started running properly after the April. So HR is the one who has been coordinating relentlessly from the day one this COVID has been started, because he is the communicator to the internal employees. They ensure the employees are not losing the hope, speaking to them continuously, writing emails back to them to ensure things has been on proper way. You will be in this organization only, nothing wrong is going to happen. So that kind of communication, lot of things has been did by HR only. The day one, HR is playing a key role, and he is playing a bridge between the employees as well as the organization once this COVID has started. And after now also the same thing is continuing.
Now's the time to propose a vote of thanks. Welcome to our human research trainee, Dharan. Hand over to Dharan.
Good afternoon to all. It's a great pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this occasion. First of all, I thank our Honorable Head of the Department, Dr. R. Mangleshwaran, Department of Social Work, Bharadasan University, and Dr. P. Ilango, Dr. J. Jerida Nyanajan Eljo, Dr. N. Rajavel, Dr. D. Nirmala, and our guest lecturers, Dr. R. Kartikeyan, Dr. M. Suresh Kumar, and Dr. R. Selvamani. I mention my sincere sense of gratitude to them. I would like to place my heartily thanks to our resource person, Mr. C. Hariharasudhan, Deputy Manager, Human Resource Management, Suguna Foods Private Limited, Coimbatore, for spending his valuable time and gave a clear explanation about communication, attitude, skills, planning, and the organization expectation on a student, planning and assessing ourselves, utilizing the opportunities, planning, preparing, and practicing it, and good ethic to move on our career. I would also like to thank all the participators because of whom we made this meeting possible. I wish to thank the media and organizing team interested in covering this event. Once again, I wish to thank all the good heads for joining this webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.